And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Crank that up.
Oh, Eric. Hoping to make you smile. A new shirt.
Eric? Spirit of the Union Pacific. I love it. There you go. There you go.
Bring something tonight.
There you go.
Like it.
I dig it.
I'm always there for my boy. My homie boy. Lance out there for you. I gotta come through.
Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live.
Yeah.
Postgame. Giants, Diamondbacks in Arizona. Giants lose 4-2.
And that's the show. Good night.
Pretty much, man.
We don't even play the regular opener anymore. It says from the wins to the losses, and I haven't seen many wins, Eric, in the last 10.
No, I'm done. There's nothing to get hyped about, right? There ain't nothing to get hyped about, man.
Guys, I'm still
nothing to get hyped about.
Win. I'm done. That's it.
What is this? I don't even know what the hell I'm watching. I plop down on the couch, turn on the old ball game, and first inning, 2 strikeouts right off the bat. Boom, boom. Okay, here we go. Ryan Nelson, a.k.a. Nolan Ryan. He's not a strikeout pitcher. Ryan Nelson is not a strikeout pitcher.
Well, he is when he plays us. Everybody is. Come on, Eric. Come on.
I don't even know. I don't even know. Pretty much. Let's just do this right.
And now, today's Giants in Review on Giant Sports Talk Live.
All right, here we go. Giants. Here's the final. Arizona is now 500, 42-42. Giants are now 45-40, 5 games above 500. Giants scored 2 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. Arizona, 4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. Curtis, whoever the hell he is, got the win. Webb pitched his ass off, but all for naught. He falls to 7-6 with a 2.6 ERA. And Miller gets to save his 10th of the year. Koss, 1 hit. Should have been a home run, but somehow the umpires in New York didn't think it would have cleared the fence. We'll talk about this more. I don't know how a player has this much power over a game, or I'm sorry, a fan. How does a fan have this much power over the game is beyond me, but whatever. They ruled it a double. And in that time, it looked like he blew out his hamstring. I looked at Alex Pavlovic, and he said more to come tomorrow about what is going on with Koss's leg. Wisely came in a pitch run for him. Of course, like I said, they didn't score him. Devers was 0-4 with 4 strikeouts. The good old golden sombrero goes to Rafi Devers. Ramos wasn't far behind. He was 0-4 with 3 strikeouts. 2 players who made up 7 of the 10 strikeouts right there. Smith had 2 hits. He was the best hitter on the team today. Adames with a hit. Jung-Hoo Lee, 0-4. His batting average is plummeting now at 240. Fitzgerald had 2 hits today. How about that? Fitzgerald comes up and he gets 2 hits, but didn't do much.
We deserved. Eric, we deserve 20 minutes. I should have. Damn it. That's it. From now on, I'm using up my minutes on the phone. because I'm going to start texting you, telling this stuff before it happens, before the game starts. I was going to text you earlier. When I saw this lineup, Eric, I go, this is a losing lineup. Why is it flipped? You look at let's go backwards, Eric. Fitzgerald, Lee, Adames, Smith, Ramos, Devers, Wisely, Koss. I think is he dyslexic? I think it's backwards, Eric. I think the lineup is backwards. Is it backward? What is that? Koss, Wisely, Devers, second. Oh my God, Eric.
Well, Wisely wasn't hitting. Wisely came in as a pinch runner, so it was Koss, Devers, Ramos. Yeah,
I have read the chat, and I can only if you put everybody's chat comments into a blender right now, blended it for 30 seconds. You know what it all comes out to, Eric? Shit show. Not Giant Sports Talk Live. We're talking Giants baseball. It's a shit show.
Right now it is. This is just. Let me get through this.
Oh, and no, but where? And then Mike O comes in. Geez, we're going to be 500 soon. Oh, Mike, everybody, including, we'll never be 500. Oh, my God, Glenn's a freaking nut job. Well, we're almost 500, Eric. I'm getting show. I'm getting more and more wound up every night, dude. This is a shit show.
Getting close. Fitzgerald, again, he had 2 hits with 2 RBIs. He was the offense today. Good for him because look, the Giants need somebody to hit, and at least him and Smith did the job today. Unfortunately, only 2 runs. Bailey had a hit today. Yeehaw. Johnson at the bottom didn't do anything. Pitching way 2 for 7, runners in scoring position. Again, that's still a thing. Webb goes 6 and 1/3, gave up 7 hits, 3 earned, only 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. The guy's out there throwing. He's got his strikeout stuff going. Just you give up freaking 3 runs, and I guess it's a loss for the Giants. It's like pulling teeth to try to freaking score any runs for this team. Rodriguez came in for 2/3 of an inning, got bailed out Webb, which was nice. But then Tyler Roger comes in and gave up a bomb, and that was kind of sealed the deal. That was the fourth run of the game. Let's see. What did Nelson do? 6 and 2/3, only 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, only 2 earned. Did anyone start him today in our league?
I think I picked him up.
You should have started him.
Oh no, I'm picking up all the starting pitchers just for the day, and then I release them at midnight.
It's fair.
So nobody else could get. Nobody else could take 24 points.
People, dude, you should have freaking. Wow, you can't. You can't. I mean, you could have, but
I can't. Just leave it at that. Let's stop, Eric. Enough.
That's fair.
Okay. Let's move it along.
Webb got caned. That happens a lot often. Greg, this effing team is taking it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Darren, I'm done with Melvin. Oh, well, hold on. Hold your horses. Because I have a tweet to show you.
Thank God for Valkyrie's basketball, dude. Winning team. The only excitement in the Bay Area, man.
Where is it at? Hold on. Where is it at? Here we go.
Yeah, Alive.
Yeah, hold on.
Alive's not happy. 4-11, Eric, in the last 15. 4-11.
With 3-7. 3-7 in the last 10, yes. No, that's not what I wanted. Mario, hey, I saw your tweet. Thank you, sir. Shared some photos. Someone needs to be fired. This team plays with no energy, motivation, intensity. It's a joke. Well, here. This is from Susan Slusser. Buster Posey sticks with the Giants coaches despite base running, hitting struggles. And this is a quote. I know for certain that being around Bob and his staff as much as I have, they're very prepared and they're in great positions to make the right decisions. Again, straight from the horse's mouth, from your president of baseball operations. He's happy. So you be happy.
Don't worry. Be happy.
I hear you. Can't fire 26 players. Sorry, but someone has. I agree. I think there comes a point to where something has to happen. Something drastic has to happen because obviously racking up the L's is not enough. Racking up the L's is not enough. And I
Guys, we're going to take a quick break. I know it's early in the show. It's early in the show, guys. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to talk about. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give Eric a break. He's going to fix his internet. And,
The team that just can't hit, that just can't score, and gives us more frustration. Be watching nightly, following Giants baseball, and find out which loss sends Eric and Glenn over the cliff. Giant Sports Talk Live.
Oh, you're back. We lost you there, so I was just taking a little.
Not missing nothing. Not missing nothing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man.
I know.
It's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. It's because it's not the pitching. It's the freaking hitting. How many times do we got to watch this, man? Well, what do you got to do? Look, I understand you can't. And Mario made a great point. You can't fire 26 players, right? You can't rehaul the roster. You don't do that. But there's got to come to a point where you got to drastic times call for drastic measures. And look, if getting losses, if racking up the losses doesn't do anything for people to figure it out, well, then guess what? Maybe you need to have a little bit of friendly fire, so to speak. I'm sorry, you might have to, but this is bad. I mean, you had a comfortable freaking lead as far as games above 500, but that's being wasted. We're down to 5 games above 500. And we still got a month. We got a month to go until the trade deadline. If you cannot hit in Arizona, if you cannot hit in Sacramento, I'm sorry. There's something's got to have to happen. I tell you what. If you lose 3 or 4 in Arizona, heads need to roll. Period. Heads need to roll. If you cannot get a split out of Arizona, you ain't living right. You ain't living right. Fuji, thank you, sir, for $2. Glenn, you said, no, we're not going to get into that.
I really didn't, so we'll move along. You know what? Yeah, to be honest with you, Eric, and with all due respect, Yaz really isn't our...
he's not the problem.
Brunt of our problem.
He's not the problem.
No. So
he's not.
If Yaz was cut tomorrow, Eric, I kind of feel bad for the guy because he's kind of answered the call in this must-play good year. It's a contract year, Eric. I expected he'd play well. And give the guy his. You know what? Don't be shitting on guys when you don't take a deep dive into what they're doing. He's done a decent job, Eric. Decent. Up until a couple of weeks ago, he was our highest batting average. He may just still be. I don't know what he's.
Jung Hoo Lee is just MIA. He's gone, man. I don't know what happened to him and his bat. It's pathetic. He sits. Everything he hits in the outfield is nothing. It's a can of corn. Everything in the infield is just weak contact.
You know what? I'm
not
going to get into it, guys, and I'm not going to get into it with you, Eric, but the day will come out. If this continues, I did tell you. What did I tell you the afternoon we did the impromptu? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks, what, 15, 16 days ago? I said to you, Eric, wasn't too keen on the Devers deal. Now I've grown into it. You know, when he's hot, he's hot. But what did I tell you the day we traded for him, Eric? I go, I don't like this because when he goes into a spin, it can be a month, man. He'll be like Jung Hoo. He'll bat 100 for a month, and then he'll
see. Here's the problem,
man.
Here's the problem: is Devers.
I know what the problem is. We suck.
A baseball card. He's got a back of the baseball card. And is he pressing? I don't know. Again, remember, he played his entire professional career with the Boston Red Sox. And now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he gets traded. Okay. So I'm cutting him side because the Giants were sucking it up even before Rafi Devers showed up in a San Francisco Giants uniform. So I'm not going to look. Did he have a shitty game? 100% had a shitty game, but he's not the problem. The problem is what's going on with Willie Adames? What's going on with Jung-Hoo Lee? What's going on with Patrick Bailey? You right field, you put in Daniel Johnson. Again, small sample size. He isn't really doing anything. Yaz, he has his moments. I don't know what to say. If you think about it, let's go down the lineup. Flores, he's still okay. He comes through in the clutch. But if there's no one in scoring position, it's a ground out or whatever. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man.
You know what I'd like to say about Wilmer Flores, Eric, is maybe the guys in the chat were onto something. Maybe Wilmer Flores is and we've been relying on him day after day after day after day to carry this team on his back. Eric, maybe Wilmer Flores is simply just a good clutch bench player.
There you go. That's what I've been saying.
And that's coming from me.
That's what I've been saying. But the problem is they have to put him out there because you've got nobody else. Look, we're running out of third baseman.
I told you in the pregame show, didn't I? What did I say to you? I said they're calling up Fitzgerald now. Please come save us when they really didn't even want him a few days ago.
But you can't because everybody's going on to IL. There's nobody else. You can't call nobody else. They're not calling him to save the day. He's just a warm body who could play freaking second base. Now, you've lost Chapman, you've lost Schmidt, and now it looks like you may have lost Koss. So who's your third baseman? You know what's going on? Wilmer Flores is digging around. He's rummaging around. He's got to go find his glove. He's going to have to go play third base because who else are you going to have to play third base? If Koss is going to go down for a significant amount of time, who's playing third base until Schmidt comes back?
Robert Rothberg.
I don't think it's Wisely. Wisely's not a third baseman. Fitzgerald isn't a third baseman. What are you going to do?
You know what? Devers hasn't. When was the last time Devers played third base, Eric?
You can't put Devers at third base. He hasn't been taken.
Asking, when was the last time? Because you know where I'm going with this? And I said it the other day, and everybody said, no way, no freaking way. You know who the only third baseman we got left is? We were just talking about him. Who's the only third baseman we got left?
Wilmer.
Yes.
I know. I just don't see them putting that is doing Devers dirty if you're doing that. Basabe's not on the 40 man. That's the problem. That means you got to get rid of someone off the 40 and then bring them up. That's a problem.
Exactly.
That's a problem.
This is a problem.
It's not as easy as just going down there, plucking someone up and bringing them up. This is a mess, guys. And I don't know how we get out of this. I really don't. These guys have to hit.
I think we missed. We missed
one. Yeah,
we missed a few there. So
Fuji, thank you, sir, for the $5. Appreciate it. Me being serious now, since Jung-Hoo Lee has no minor options due to his contract, should he sit for a few weeks to reset? I don't know. That's a great point, man, because I don't know what you do. Because who are you going to put out there? Because the problem is the Giants don't have the depth. Who are you going to run out there? Daniel Johnson? Right? And unless he's legitimately injured and you put him on the IL, then maybe you could bring somebody up.
And it flies in the face of everything everyone has said, Eric. If you feel, all of you feel that Jung-Hoo Lee is overpaid, then you don't sit him. What are you going to say? You're overpaid for a guy and you want, let's just sit him again. Let's sit he's he should be considered one of your top players, Eric.
But he isn't. That's the problem.
Where's Adames? Where's Adames?
That's a great question. I'm going to tell you something right now. Maybe Adames and Lee are not worth the contracts that they signed for. That maybe we don't know, but I'm telling you something. It looks bad right now. There is a odor. I don't like it, dude, and this is pissing me off. This is me, and I think you guys, if you've been watching me long enough, I demand a little bit higher expectations than maybe some others. I don't like this. I don't want to sit here and just say, oh, yeah, no, they'll turn it around. Look, I've given Adames plenty of time. We're now almost we're about to turn the calendar to July tomorrow. And he's still batting 210. Freaking Jung-Hoo Lee. I mean, that guy is he's batting close to the 230s. So something's seriously wrong.
If these numbers are correct, Derek, did you see? Where is it? There was a good little. If these numbers are correct, and I'm not until I see them myself in person. Giants pace of 669 runs this year. They scored 693 last year. Eric, that's how bad it is.
They scored more runs last year than this year. This is
after a better team this year after getting Adames.
Adames, and then a full year of Jung-Hoo Lee. And what has happened? Nothing.
Eric, we're you and I are feeling it tonight. You know what?
Hamstring, Orange Man. Hamstring.
Like I said, guys. Orange Man. What a Orange Man. You're another one. No, this isn't a 500 team. Eric, we're 5 games away, buddy. And I don't want to see lose, but I've been telling you something. I've been telling you, Eric.
I'm gonna tell you. This is not supposed. This is the thing. It's not supposed to be a 500 team.
Well, maybe I have a better understanding of baseball than most because I've been telling you this is going to be a 500 team.
But here's the thing. They shouldn't. They are playing under their expectation, right? We could all agree the lineup is not. Well, we could say this: pitching is probably above expectations. The hitting under.
Well, there's a difference between the quality of the team and what your expectations are, Eric.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
you have an expectation, but I don't think I have an expectation too. But I don't think. I mean, I got to live in some. There
is nobody. No one could sit here and tell me that Willie Adames on July freaking 1st is batting 210 with only 9 home runs. No, we were talking in the offseason. Everybody's talking about this guy's going to be, 230, 240, and he's going to hit 30 bombs. Remember? We remember that whole debate? Who is going to hit 30 bombs? Is it going to be Chapman? Is it going to be Adames? Is it going to be Ramos? Well, no. Look, we're going to be lucky if someone hits freaking 20 this year. Right? I mean, there is something seriously wrong going on.
Yep. Bob Dylan called it, buddy. The times, they are a-changing. Things have changed month by month by month.
Oh, absolutely. What's up, Booney? He goes, you guys got the A's next week to get right. You know what? That ain't happening. If
you can't get right against the Sox in Miami.
If we can't get right against the Marlins, if we can't get right against the freaking White Sox, then we're not going to get right against the freaking Oakland A's. I'm sorry, the A's. What's up, Fuji? $2 won't help much, but trading for Luis Severino? No, I don't like it.
No, and that's going to be a problem too. Do you not think that, Eric, with about 5-6 weeks to the trade deadline, if this continues to spiral out of control? I said it on the show last night. We did the hot corner when we all ganged up together.
That was fun.
I said, Eric, it was a good show. I think all the shows are good considering what we got to work with. What we got to work with, Eric. There's not a lot to deal with there. I've been saying this team continues to chase the future by looking to the past, moving the lineup around. Oh, a good lineup on Tuesday means a great lineup on Wednesday or Thursday. It does. They keep fucking around with things, Eric. So I am worried now, Eric. You talk about they got to make another splash. You got to pick up a hitter. I don't want this to turn into another shit show where it's a situation where they're out there just scrambling to do something, Eric. Like, don't make moves for the sake of making moves.
Right. Andy Garcia, he might be onto something, Glenn, because it's going to get to a point.
I said that would have been saying for 3-4 days. Look, I said it on the show last night, Andrew. I'm worried about next year. If you go sending the Matoses and young pitchers away, and we're going all in this year, you're going to fuck up the future, Eric.
Well, we don't know. The thing is, it depends.
Oh, you think next year? Oh, it's all right. Adames will bat 325 next year. Don't worry.
No, that's not. No. What I'm saying is, if they fall out of it, And look, they very well could. They very well could. The 100. Look, in 4 weeks, we could be sitting here saying it's going to be a fire sale. It could happen.
We're on our way.
Now, here's a question. Okay, here's a question. Let me ask you this. Andrew, let me ask you this question. If the Giants are trading Ray, does that mean that Bob Melvin got fired? What happens first? Bob Melvin gets fired or Robbie Ray gets traded?
Is it fair to ask, Eric, if we trade away, if the day comes when we turn on the news in the morning and we trade away Ray, there's going to be more losses in hand?
Yeah.
We're going to lose more without him.
Are we really? Do you think? I don't know. With the way this lineup is pitching?
Well, we won't do any better. We've only got Ray and Webb. We only got Ray and Webb. Really?
Yeah, I know.
And I don't want to get into it.
Look, hey,
13 games. No, haven't seen a win yet.
No, but you know what? That wasn't Ray's fault yesterday. Look at Webb's record now. Do you see what his record is? It's 7-6. And he's literally in Cy Young consideration because of how well he's pitching. But because the team doesn't fucking score runs, there's a problem.
That's how bad they are.
That's how bad. And this is what I'm saying. So what's the problem? So if you have to trade Ray, that tells me something is going awfully wrong. So is that mean Melvin is having a problem here? Is he on the hot seat now? According to Susan Slusser, with quotes from Buster Posey. But maybe, and again, maybe he's just protecting his guys. That's what you do as president of baseball. You don't just go out there and throw your guys under the bus.
I think he is, Eric.
Behind closed doors, he could be giving them the what for, right? But in a public eye, oh yeah, I'm with this guy every day, and I don't. Yeah, so.
Well,
yes,
Eric, I have felt personally, Eric, like he's been talking out of his ass from time to time, including calling Willie Adames numbers there. Eric, he's an all-star. He's a superstar, Eric. Willie Adames is a freaking superstar. Well,
he's not a superstar.
You explain that to me.
He's not and again, he's puffing up his guy. I get it. I understand it, but it doesn't mean it's true.
Well, you can't puff him up, especially a guy like Buster Posey. His credibility will go down the toilet if he continues doing that.
You know what, Glenn? Great point, because you got to balance that, right? You got to balance that because here's your credibility and here's the puff. You got to balance that, man, because otherwise then they're going to start going, I don't know.
And he wants to play his boys and stick up for his boys, get tough.
And look, he got rid of Lamont Wade. That was a big deal, right?
Eric, is it fair to say there's another? Listen, this is all a trend with this organization and the chat. And I'm throwing you guys under the bus, too. How many times has he been out of the lineup over the last maybe 2.5 years? Wade Jr. Oh, when he gets back, Eric. Oh, when he gets back. It's going to turn around. I'm tired of that, Eric.
No, I hear you.
I'm tired of the great unknown is going to ride in and save the day. It doesn't happen like that, Eric. How many times did you hear it? Wade Jr. When he gets back, Eric. Oh, all bets are off. We're going to win 30 in a row. It isn't happening.
Yeah. No, I know. I know. I 100% agree with that. That was stupid to quote unquote hang your hat on Lamont Wade Jr. And
not just that, Eric. Not just that. On a day-to-day basis, so many people in Giant world, they're always talking about just wait till next week, Eric. Wait till next week. Freaking some of them, Eric. Willie Adames next week hasn't come, and we're about 14 weeks later. Am I wrong here, Eric? My assessment of this thing? Oh, maybe next week. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Greg said.
I've had enough.
Peter said a few minutes ago.
I've had enough.
Oh, June is almost done. Thank God. Well,
that means nothing.
You think July is going to be any better?
Look.
If you compare June and the July schedule, Eric, June was a freaking cakewalk and we couldn't win.
Yeah, I know. And you think, if you think July is going to be bad, take a gander at what the schedule's going to be like in August.
Oh, it's an uphill climb.
I'm going to tell you something right now. If you think July is bad, take a look at the schedule in August. It's bad. Let's just say it's bad. Again, just looking purely on paper, it looks bad. But, Yes, in baseball we do that. Oh, June swoon. We turn the calendar and everything is going to be all right. Well, no. We've seen this from Willie Adames all season long. It's 3 months. And I'll say this again. This is who he is. Unfortunately, this is just who he is. Until he changes his approach, this is who Willie Adames is. Period. Marty Lurie said it yesterday on his show. The team is at a crossroads. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything good, right, Glenn? If you're at the crossroads of something, it's either you got to start changing your ways, or you continue. Thank you.
Okay. Crossroads.
There's no. Yeah, thank you.
There's a lot of ways we go.
Thank you.
What are some more, Eric? Should or get off the pot?
Right. Lead a horse to water, sort of.
There you go. There's quite a few, but sometimes I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. And I've said it before. Some of our shows, guys, we go like 55 minutes and go, that's it, because we don't have anything else to say. I don't know what to do. Okay,
I see, and I understand what you're saying. He's a 245 hitter since 2018. But what has he done? Yes, if you take the average, I get it. That's the body of work. Here, let's take a look. You know what?
I was going to say that earlier in the show. JB says if Jung Hoo Lee was given an offer to play for New York, he'd go in a heartbeat.
Hold on. I want to do something.
You end up with guys we get here. And it doesn't take long before they, A, don't want to be here, or B, there's no chance of keeping them in the long run.
I want to see something here. Just give me a minute. Go. You take the floor.
Can you imagine frig off. Can you imagine? That's a great line, though.
It was.
I threw that at Dan like 7 times last night. Nobody was catching on. But you got so many guys in this. Like, look at poor Rafael Devers comes to town. Like Eric mentioned earlier in the show, you got Rafael Devers comes to town. It's kind of like for him, Eric. Look where he's from. Doesn't speak the best English. It's like playing in a new country, really, for him. He comes here, and you don't think by August in this shithole he's going to say, what the, I got 8 years in this city? I got 8 years here? You think that ain't going to, percolate? Dude, he must be thinking, what is done here? I mean, maybe Boston wasn't so bad, Eric.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to leave Boston, but hey, maybe he did. Maybe it was just weird. I don't know. Hold on.
We're
doing some homework
about sayings and what ifs tonight, Eric. Maybe the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Let me see something.
I don't know, guys. There's so little to talk about, but so much of a mess. It is just downright ugly.
It's ugly. Oh, it's ugly. Okay, hold on.
Eric's working on something in the background. I have no idea what it is. My spidey senses are tingling. One, 2, 3 strikes are out. It's a song about the Giants, Eric. That song is all about your San Francisco. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. I thought dude, I don't like getting into it, and all I'm going to say is I thought the umpiring tonight was atrocious, Eric.
Yep.
But I don't blame it because I'll be the first to say, and I know some guys get sour with the umpires, and I do. But, Eric, it's like any other sport. At the end of the year, it all washes out. Dude, they're bad for everybody. And they're good at times. You're going to steal some calls. And everybody says we got Bailey there picking strikes and outs. So, you know what? I'm not going to be the first to say, the umpires cost us a game.
Hold on once. Oh, yeah.
Geez, after the last 3 nights, Eric,
I'm having chest pain.
I really am. This is
Okay.
really. I mean, Eric, I'm getting pains in my left arm. Eric,
All
it's not
right,
good.
let me see something. Maybe I'm trying to do something here. Let's see if
Lot
this
of-
comes out.
A lot of stress. What are you working on?
Hold on. Here we go. I think I got it. I think I might got it.
Where's my chat? Oh, my chat's back. I
Hold on,
clicked.
let me see.
People calling for a sweep now, Eric. Another sweep, but this time we've lost game 1. That may be the question we should be asking ourselves. When is this team going to start to win some ball games? What's it going to do? We've lost with Webb and Ray, Eric.
Now,
When you lose your games with Ray starting and Webb starting, and for you guys who love them, I'll throw Verlander in there. We can't win those ones. It's going to be a long week, Eric.
it is. It is. Garcia, real quick. Let's just look at this one real quick.
It's true.
This is. He says he's not supposed to be this bad. This is
Yeah.
Willie Adames, okay? Just so you know. Willie Adames, okay? Oh, I hate this page. This thing pisses me off every single time. Here we go. You're saying he doesn't play that bad? Okay,
His
here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Last year, 251. Pretty good. Year in 2023, 217. 2022, 238. 2021, between two teams, 262. So better, right? 2020, 2019 was decent. But he has played this bad before in the recent past. In 2023, he batted 217. So it's not like it's out of the realm of possibilities.
Well, look at those numbers on the board, Eric. Look, you only have to go back about 3 seasons, Eric. Who sat in a boardroom and said he was worth that kind of money?
Don't ask me, because they looked at this. This is what they looked at. They saw the 251. They saw the 112 RBIs. They saw the 32 home runs. That perks people's ears. But the problem is that who he really is, or is he just having a career year? Right?
But there's so many things
Look what
Eric.
happens.
There's
Guys
so
have
many
career
things.
years.
Eric, there's so many things you have to, and nobody seems to do this, including the Giants executive. How many times have you heard me say, well, we signed this guy, and he hit 32 home runs? I go, that's good for about 18 this year. Why? This is a different ballpark than anywhere else, Eric.
It is a different, but the thing is,
You cannot equate numbers in playing in our system.
And I'll tell you something, and I'm take Oracle Park out of this. What has he done on the road? He hasn't done shit on the road either. Come on. I don't want to hear, oh, it's Oracle Park. No, it's not. He's been shitty away, and he's been shitty at home, period, right? I mean, let's if we're going to get into brass tacks here, come on, right?
But it is Oracle Park, Eric. Well, you asked the question earlier tonight. Will we ever have a 20 home run hitter? Why? It's the park, Eric. People, Ramos. You imagine Ramos if he played for the Cincinnati Reds?
Oh, yeah, but it's a smaller ballpark. I get it.
Exactly. Our ballpark is not indicative to helping players who want to hit the long ball. And until this team adapts a philosophy where they want to play small ball like we did for the first 9 games, Eric, where we won 8 of them, you're not going to win. This is like this team. They give the middle finger, the fuck you to the management, and we're just going to do it our way. And do you remember when we had Paul, the old scout, in here? And I asked him one night on the show going back many moons ago, I said, can veteran ball players or young ball players, because he was a scout, I said, are there players who you would call a superstar? He goes, if you're going to draft somebody in the first round, he better be a superstar. But I said, are there any who they are a superstar but cannot be coached? He goes, oh yeah, and they don't last. Maybe it's a lot of veterans are going, I've done it my way for the last 10 years. No, you're not going to tell me what to do. I think that comes into it too, Eric. Guys have got to adapt to a system and play as a team, Well, you're not going to win. Wilmer seems to be the only guy who has a 2-strike approach on this team. Am I wrong on that?
No, there's not very many guys who have 2-strike approach. Yeah, I agree. Because he's not out there trying to kill it. If he can, he will. If the opportunity presents itself, he'll kill it. But he just wants to freaking get the run in. If there's a runner in scoring position.
Yes,
Don Capo
hits that way.
He says, "Yeah, I'm having fun. I look forward to the lineup tomorrow. More fun to look at it. As silly as okay. Tell me this. Answer me this question, Don. Who plays third base tomorrow?" As you answer that question, let me ask. Garcia's asking me, is this who I think Lee is? I don't know. I can't tell you. I think
it's hard to tell with Lee.
Hold on, let's talk about this. In April, he was on fire. One of the best players in the game. May, June, and July, or we'll say May and June, not so much. So which way do you want to go? Do you want to go Fitz play third? Can Fitz play third? Okay, then who do we get on the bench? Then who's our infield bench guy? Because you have no more infield bench guys. So if Fitz plays third, Wisely is at second. Okay. So what do you do with the bench?
Well, the bench will either be what's his name?
Well, you have to call somebody up.
Your bench is either going to be who's going to be your DH tomorrow? Devers isn't going to play third, guys. No. Then you've either got a lefty at first base or a righty at first base. Wilmer will be on the bench.
Hold on.
What's his name will be on the first base? The other first baseman will be on the bench. I can never remember. Dominic Smith. One of those guys will be on the bench. And when you're saying that if Dominic Smith is your, he's our go-to.
He's going to be playing first base tomorrow, right?
Yeah. This is stinky, Eric.
Oh, this is it.
And again, you're going to see Fitzgerald batting one night near the bottom, and I think he could be your leadoff guy tomorrow, Eric.
Look, no one else is doing it. Who else are you going to have leadoff? Because Koss is hurt. That was your leadoff guy.
This is terrible.
Look, here we go. This is more from Alex. Giants lost 4-2. They've dropped 6 of 7 and have scored just 7 runs during the first 4 games of this road trip. That is not hauling in the mail. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know if he's serious. This is how bad it is. I don't know if he's serious or not. Jesus, our old pal, says Wilmer will play at third base, Eric. If you get up,
he might. He might.
If I call you tomorrow and say lineup's in, Wilmer at third, will you go? I don't know. You go. This should be a fucking dandy show tonight.
Yeah. Supposedly, Alex says we'll find out more tomorrow about the status of Koss. But did you see him? He was gimping it around freaking first and second.
Oh, he was in trouble right out of the box.
He's done. I think his hammy is popped.
Yeah.
I don't know how severe. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's anytime you pull a hamstring, it's automatically you're at least out for a month at the minimum, if not more.
Does that not make the situation even more so of a problem, Eric? Now we're getting guys dropping like flies.
No, I mean what?
And like you attest to, we start losing players like at this rate, Eric. We got no backup. We got no backup plan. I don't even know if we got a plan to begin with, but we got no backup plan.
Look, there's no Calvary. There isn't, and I don't know I don't know. I keep saying I don't know because I don't know.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's probably lead off. But you're going to see Fitzgerald. They're going to start. They play this game. I don't understand where they. One guy's hot on a Tuesday, he's at the top of the order on Wednesday, and if he flounders, he's back. They don't stick to any routine, Eric. They never.
San Jose Sharks. I think you're wrong. He does not get on base. He doesn't even take walks, man. Let's see. Oh, see, it's not even.
The problem with a statement like that, Eric. Problem with a statement like that, whether it's a guy in the chat, you, me, or the veteran broadcasters or management, you do not have a big enough window on what he's done at the major league level to know if he is.
And to be honest with you,
guy, you don't know. You don't know.
And to
he's
be
a
honest,
friggin' ball player. You know what they say.
To be honest with you,
I got to grab a soda.
To be honest with you, I don't know. Lee doesn't walk. He's got a 315 on base average. Well, Joey 312, yeah, because I'm looking at Baseball Reference. It has it picked up 312 on base. That tells me you're not getting on base, and you got a 240 batting average. Gus, you're going to go on Sunday, right on, man. Dude, you should have a lot of fun. Nice. Hopefully you'll see a good game. But Jung-Hoo Lee, the problem is the guy is just not getting on base, man. He can't draw a walk. Look here, let's look over. I'll include today. I'm looking at Baseball Reference. The second game of the Miami series had 2 walks and no hits. The last game against Miami had 1 hit, no walks. 3 games against Chicago, 0-4, 0-4, 0-4, no walk, no walks, no walks. In today's game, he went 0-4, right? Was it 0-4 or 0-3? He went 0-4 with no walks. He's Jung-Hoo Lee is not getting it done, guys. He just isn't. He is not getting it done. Period. I mean, look, come on. It's okay to say that, guys. It's okay to say Jung-Hoo Lee is not getting it done. Mario, what is Pat Burrell's hitting philosophy? That's a great point. Here's a question though. Are the players listening to Pat Burrell? I don't see. That's a question I can't answer. I can't answer the question whether or not the players are they being stubborn. Are they? Glenn Kuiper kind of alluded to that. You know, he didn't say that the Giants were being stubborn. He's just saying that big leaguers can be stubborn.
What I just talked about 5 minutes ago, Eric. Guys who are just going to say, "I'm set in my ways."
Right.
And I won't change.
And if that's the case, guess what? And if it's not working, well, guess what? You're going to have a whole lot more failure.
Yeah, and it's going to, you know what? It's going to put that batting coach and manager, it's going to put all of the management in a very, very tough position.
Right.
If you got a batting coach and nobody will change the batting approach, what? Then you got to throw in the towel. Go, why am I here? Why am I here? What am I doing? What are we doing?
Robert, can't Bonds? No, come on, Bonds ain't gonna want to do that. Why would Bonds want to do that? He's enjoying his. He is taking over the mantle of what Willie Mays was doing, right?
That's it.
That's what he's doing. He's not gonna
face it. They won't roll out twice a year, and he waves and goes home.
And when they're at home, will he work with some guys? Sure, but is he gonna go on the road and be a hitting coach? No, no. I think he's enjoying the life that he's enjoying right now.
Hey, I'm gonna get Matt on the phone tomorrow. Screw the text. I'm gonna call Matt. He'd be a great guy to talk about. He touched on it. Remember our interview a year ago? Talked about players because he coached Eric.
Yeah.
He was in the broadcast.
He was a hitting coach.
The hitting coach.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be a good.
Get him on the show, Matt Stairs.
Yeah, if you can, that'd be awesome.
20-year veteran, boy. He had 400 home runs. He knows how to hit, but he said, being a hitting coach, different can of worms, man.
Yeah,
so
it is.
That'd be a great chat.
It'd be a night just to hear what he has to say. Booney, I thought Lee would be an MVP candidate eventually. Another of maybe the ups. You know, and I don't. Is he going to figure it out? I don't see. I think he's in the same realm. Let's talk about this. Jung-Hoo Lee. Is he really any different than Luis Matos? Is he? And let's ask this. Is he any different than Luis Matos? And you see if you know where I'm going here. Jung-Hoo Lee is basically a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Luis Matos is basically a rookie, even though he had a big run in 2023. They're both about the same, except one guy got paid $100 million. Another guy is getting paid peanuts. So you see what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to sit there and say bench Lee when And if you want to replace him with Matos, Matos is in the same position. He's learning just like what Matos is or what Lee is, right? You see where I'm going with that?
Yeah, and there guys,
you got to figure out what he has. If everyone's going to say, "Hey, we got to figure out what Matos has," which I agree, but we also got to do that with Jung-Hoo Lee because he's in the same predicament.
Exactly.
Right? Now, if you want to get rid of Yaz and put him on the bench and give Matos a run, I'm all for that. That makes sense to me because I think Yaz would be a perfect bench player coming off the bench, defensive replacement, and if you need a left-handed bat, there you go, man.
Yeah. And Eric, let's call a spade a spade. There are certain guys on a ball club, you may not like the way they're playing, but they're not necessarily, but the Giants guy, they're your guy. Jung-Hoo Lee is their guy. He's the center fielder. You can't be fucking around with Jung-Hoo Lee. Oh, let's not play him. Let's play him. Let's not. You got to play him. I will go to bat. I'm really coming around to Luis Matos. Let's give him credit, Eric. Every time he's been here, he's had his struggles, but you know
he's never got a run.
He's never gotten a run.
He's never got a run.
Look at Ramos. Got a run. Boy, took off. Right. And let's call it. What did Schmidt do the last couple of weeks? Got his run.
Yeah, got his run. Yes, correct. Now here's the thing.
Hasn't.
I'm not going to sit here and say Luis Matos is going to be the next freaking amazing outfielder. That's not what I'm saying.
You can't say that, but you can't say no because you haven't seen it.
All I'm saying is give him a chance and see what he's got. Might as well put him in right field. But that being said, if occasionally, Gus, when I'm in the car driving around, I'll listen to KMBR. But not all the time.
Do we listen?
But,
Eric, you and I are better than KMBR. Who listens to KMBR? They're on the line on YouTube, their channel. Their YouTube channel doesn't get any more viewers than us. They get 84. We get 184. So that tells you how many people are watching KMBR.
But
spade to spade.
But where the hell was I going? What was I just even talking about? I totally lost it. Damn it. Damn you, Gus. Anyways, talking about Matos and
Matos
and Lee. We just don't. What I'm saying is, this is where I was going. If the Giants are truly going for it, which Buster Posey, for all intents and purposes, it looks like he wants to go for it. Do you do the experiment? And I call it an experiment of Luis Matos. Do you want to run Luis Matos out there every single day? Or do you make a trade and get a legitimate MLB bat out there in right field?
I'm sorry, Eric. I'm listening to you. That was a lot to take in on Matos all at once. I mean, whoa, I'm overwhelmed with Matos tonight. Are you saying once the season's like you're throwing in the towel? Do you give him his run and say that's
no? Now do you give him now? Do you give him the run now, or do you worry about trying to find that trade piece? And just
I don't think they can, and it's because look where we're at. You can't go from 12 games over 500 to tomorrow possibly 4 games over and go, we're gonna give him a try.
Well,
it's gonna look like total desperation.
And I'll tell you, but here's the thing: you can, okay, I get that.
It's gonna look like,
but you could have a bad week of baseball, but you also could turn it around and have a good week of baseball, and then next thing you know, you're 10 games above 500. See, this is what's going to be tough for Buster Posey. Who is the team? Who is the team? Is the team a double-digit over 500 team? Is it a single-digit over 500? Is it a 500 or is it below? He's going to have to make that determination, and he's going to have to adjust accordingly. Does he sell? Does he buy? Does he do a little both? Does he stand pat? This is going to be the beauty of these next 4 weeks because we just don't know. Because right now it looks bad, but we don't know what's going to. 2 weeks from now, Glenn, we could be coming on here, freaking having a good old time, freaking sitting here, freaking. In 2 weeks, man, we could be doing this. Right?
I tried doing that at the Valkyries game yesterday, and that didn't go well. I'm not a.
We could be doing that.
Nuh-uh.
We could be doing that. Or in 2 weeks, we could be.
I'm having chest pain.
It could be either or. We just don't know. This is why Buster Posey's got to go out there and figure out what to do.
The big problem for me personally, Eric, was every night when I remember a few weeks ago, you talked about the ups and downs. A few weeks ago, I was texting you or calling you and going, Eric, an hour to game time. I can't wait for the game to come on. I'm fired up for baseball. Now it's about the third inning, and I'm like, Jesus, I got an hour and 2 hours and 15 minutes.
It got to a point to where I was like, I'm almost ready to.
I was ready to shut it off tonight.
I was getting close.
I did the vacuuming for Bernice, and I didn't care.
Nothing wrong with that.
I need something to do.
There towards the middle, I was out back watering my garden, all that good stuff.
Keep an eye on your koi fish, man. People are stealing.
Oh, absolutely, man. Oh, our koi fish are huge. Huge koi fish.
So should the firearms, man. You come back, you steal my koi fish. But listen, what you were just touching on, the thing that worries me, you say, oh, you can have a bad week. Dude, the thing that really sticks the knife into me is you should not be having a bad week when you're playing Colorado, Miami, Chicago White Sox, and now Arizona. That's when you should not be making the mistakes and losing 7 or 8 games in the standings. That can't, Eric, that is irresponsible.
I agree 100%. These are the teams. Well, in the past, you're supposed to make money. You're supposed to go 5-1, not 1-5.
Right. So if we were having a bad week and I said, Eric, we just came off the Yankees, the Blue Jays, throw in who you want, Phillies. And you go, yeah, Eric, I'm not happy. I'm still not happy, but we got to turn it around. But when you've lost to Miami, you won 1 out of 6 against Miami and Chicago, Eric. And the one you won was 3-1 on Friday. That was not, planning any parades. This is not good, Eric.
No, it's not. It's bad. It's bad. Hey,
you can't sugarcoat this. Stop with no more excuses, guys.
No. Here we go. Jesus, $5. Thank you, Jesus. Appreciate that. Jung-Hoo Lee needs to stop chasing balls outside the strike zone. Well, here, let me ask you this, Jesus, if you're still there. Appreciate the $5.
Yes, sir.
What about his contact? Even let's say he hits a ball in the zone. It's in the strike zone. He hits the ball. What is the most likely chance of happening currently? A ground out to second base, a weak fly ball.
Weak fly ball, I was going to say.
A double down the line, a home run. What is it that you normally see out of Jung-Hoo Lee?
And he's a little June bug. Wouldn't you like to see him lay down bunts, Eric? Be creative.
And you know what? Is that a problem? Is his size an issue? He's a small guy. Now, it wasn't an issue in April, but it sure isn't an issue now. Maybe he needs to put on some muscle, right? Maybe.
Maybe the problem, you know what? I was just thinking, Eric, you said about him, maybe size, he's not hitting. Maybe the problem goes back to I'm not going to throw you under the bus, Eric. Okay. This is not where I'm going with this.
I could care less.
I like the hitters. I like I like a good 3-2 game, but I mean, this Giants team, they got it. Like you said earlier, did anybody think we were going to be in this mess in Adamas batting 200? How many times have you and the Giants come to the table? You were harping on it, and hey, I started to even buy into it. I did. Pitching and defense wins, and what I say, well, if the pitching only gives up 2 runs, but you score 1, you're missing
the third part of the equation. It's not just good pitching and defense. The third one is timely hitting.
Well, we don't have that. So
that's the problem, and you don't win.
Hitting,
you don't win.
Defense. Everybody, how many people are in the chat on listen, no, I'm not going to make no more excuses for me. How many nights? This is one of the few that actually there hasn't been that I've seen. Bailey. Oh, you can never trade Bailey, Eric. I mean, Bailey, look at his catching ability. Eric, Bailey can't hit. And then you're telling me Jung-Hoo Lee can't hit. And Adamas bats 200. And by the time you go through this lineup, Eric, who the hell can?
No.
Wilmer's a clutch hitter. He's clutch. But he's not a great hitter. He's a clutch hitter, Eric. So he's got a lot of offers. And that's why I'm starting to buy into, and as much it kills me, it pains me to say, maybe Wilmer Flores is a great off-the-bench player. Maybe he's the guy you trade to a team in contention, a Chicago Cubs who want a guy to come off the bench.
Hey, you know what?
Who was that guy the year the Cubs won the World Series, broke out of their thing against Cleveland there? Who was that guy who was on their bench? Long last name. I can look it up.
Schwarber was on that team.
No, he wasn't an everyday player, but he made a name for himself, like a Cody Ross type. 2016. When I say the name, you're going to go, oh, yeah.
Real quick, Robert's saying, Glenn, what's the solution? Eric, hey, Robert, let me ask you that. I don't know. What's the solution, Robert? You tell me. You tell me.
Oh, here he is, Eric. You know what? Ben Zobrist. He's like a Ben Zobrist.
Ben Zobrist. Yeah, he was a utility guy all over the place.
Yes, and what did he do? Boy, he was a clutch hitter.
He was a clutch hitter. Oh. So, Robert, answer the question, man. I don't know. I'm going to throw it back at you. We come on here every night talking about the Giants, man. I want to hear what you think. You're pretty high on the Giants, and I get it, but I want to hear what your solution is. We come on here every night talking Giants, man. I want to hear what you have to say.
Val says, I wouldn't trade Wilmer right now. Oh, well, if you're going to go your route, Eric, and the time comes and we trade Robbie Ray, if they're trading Robbie Ray, I'm trading Wilmer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
They go hand in hand.
They go, correct. And you know what? A bullpen arm might go as well. If that's the case, a bullpen arm will go. Hey, Sis donates another $5.
I think if Ray goes, you're throwing in the towel.
You're throwing in the towel, 100%. If you're trading Ray, you're throwing in the towel.
So
Jesus with another $5. Jung Hoo Lee, again, he's agreeing with you. Needs to bunt more. He has the speed to get on base. Does he? Does he really have? Do you think? Why doesn't he? Why do you think they don't? I don't know.
Bunts, and you say he's got the speed, and I hope he has the speed. I think it could. I wish he did. I agree with Jesus, but to say he has the speed, Eric, I haven't seen him steal a base.
I haven't seen him steal a base in forever. So I don't know. I don't know if he has the speed. And you know what? I don't know if he has the ability to bunt.
And the only excitement I've seen on the base paths from him, Eric, believe it or not, was opening day when I even told you he went first to third.
Yeah.
That was the only time I was excited with him on the base paths. Opening freaking day 2025, Eric.
Yep.
When they started leading,
I remember watching. It was the last game there in Chicago.
The garden path.
The Chicago White Sox were giving him the left side of the infield. They said he could have bunted, but he didn't bunt. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's when he hit a double play.
Well, I'm back in the Bay Area. It's a good place to be watching this crap, Eric, because, like, you know what they say.
Thanks, Jesus.
Good.
What do they say?
Good drugs will fix it. Like the Gray Slick song. You know what the doorknob says? Feed your head, buddy. Just feed your head.
Don't know that.
You know that song, White Rabbit? What the doorknob says, feed your head. Go ask Alice. I think she knows when logic. It's everything about that song. Oh, I wish we could play this stuff. I could have my own Giants Sports Musical Edition. White Rabbit. Everything in White Rabbit is about this Giants team. Falling down a dark rabbit hole, Eric.
Hold on, let me do this. Now you got me.
When logic and proportion.
Hold on.
The White Knight is talking backwards and the Red Queen's off with her head.
Oh, is this Jefferson Airplane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen. Listen to it off there. Why don't you do that? You listen. Can I play the we haven't done the commercial.
Go for it.
I was going to do them earlier and I couldn't find them. Where did you put them? Are they at the bottom of the list or top of the list?
Oh, I get it now. Okay, got it. I got it now. I know the song.
One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small.
There you go.
But the one that the San Francisco Giants give you don't do anything at all.
This sounds very sedated. Very sedated. Exactly like you said. Very much the Giants.
Yeah.
Sedated.
When you go chasing rabbits, I mean, this team, we chase.
Got it.
This team isn't what Eric. This team isn't what. Again, I keep asking you. I'm entitled to my opinion. This team is what I thought they were, Eric. And what have I been saying? A 500 baseball team. And all of a sudden, coming in from pasture. All of a sudden, like they're coming out from hibernation or something. You know, the Bears are starting to roam out for. I said that to Bernice yesterday. So I know the line. All these people who were hibernating during our big run are. Yeah, maybe this is a 500 team. I've been here since the start, guys, saying it's a 500 team. I didn't hibernate. I've been here every day saying this is going to
circle the toilet.
It's like you flush the toilet, Eric, and the big turd has arrived, and it's going.
So Gus, he says, Glenn, if you're in the Bay Area, please join us this weekend in Sacramento.
Sacramento?
It's going to be hot.
Sacramento?
Going to be hot.
I don't have my own head. Eric wanted to get that helicopter for
dude, that was beautiful, wasn't it? Was that not beautiful?
Personal helicopter.
Was that not beautiful? Come on.
It was.
That was beautiful. Hold on. What's the weather supposed to be like?
The guys, I was just going to laugh, Eric. The guys we didn't get in the off season are the most excitement. Woo, the guys we didn't get were more exciting.
Yeah.
And I told you, what I'm really excited about, Eric? I'm excited. You didn't really care a couple of weeks ago. I said he's coming back. I think he's just a week away. Ha-Sung Kim is coming back. And apparently he's tearing it up in the minors. He's going to be playing shortstop for an upstart Tampa Bay team. Now, if he comes up, Eric, and bats .279, and this late in the season still pops 18 home runs, I'll be, what were they thinking? And I wasn't too keen on him to begin with, Eric. What did they have to pay to get him? $385 million? No. Nope. And let's see if he bats .210. That's all I'm saying.
Ha! Well, what do we got here? Hold on. What's going on?
This team's management at all levels. Farhan, even Posey. A lot of swings and misses, Eric.
Oh, what is this? We just got to kind of dig deep and show up tomorrow. What? Let me read this article.
Yeah. Did we actually get the right Korean? I'm not so sure.
Who is this?
Chris Darter says I'm clean cut. No, I'm just, you know what? I'm just fooling you guys tonight. That's all. I've been just fooling you guys. I had the hat on tonight, so it was kind of, look at that. There we go. There. Will the real Glenn stand up? There we go. It's kind of messy today, though. It's dry.
Melvin talking about that cold strike 3. Did you already hit the Rob Iman one? Hold on.
Don't make excuses. Don't make excuses.
Rob says, Devers, get ready to play third. Well, they better get him some reps. You just don't throw him out there, man. You just do not throw him out there. If he hasn't been playing third, that you would be doing a disservice to Devers. That wouldn't be the right thing to do. That's not how you treat your guy. If he wants to, then okay, have at it. But you just don't go throw him out there.
Eric, who's Chris? Chris
Stardar's cool. He's good.
He gets wiser every night. He says, I just fucking put Glenn in charge of this team. Heads would roll then. Eric, do you honestly think that you would? Eric, I got almost a 200-point lead in my fantasy league. You honestly think I couldn't do as good a job as these clowns are doing? I shouldn't call us.
Come on, let's not talk fantasy baseball as real baseball. That's going a bit.
Eric,
that's like saying I could play MLB The Show and I'm fantastic general manager. I could go be a general manager.
Okay, I'm going to volley back at you, Eric. Let's not talk about Giants baseball being real baseball.
That's pretty good. Rob Iman with $2 says Buster needs to call a team meeting. But that's not Buster's job. You know whose job that is? Whose job is that?
No, but I asked you last week. Was it you or was it in the hot corner? I said, who? Maybe it was the hot corner last night. There's so many shows in a run. I asked you, Eric, and I'll rebuttal. You answer your own question. Who's the team leader?
Oh, well, who should?
Is it Webb?
Okay, hold on. When we're talking about team meeting, who should that be? I'm not talking about locker room guys. I'm talking about who should be calling a team meeting. It's the not manager? Buster. There you go. Bob Melvin. Bob Melvin is the manager. If you're going to manage, then manage, man. Again, I'm not saying that you need to do a team meeting. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. But that is his job to do. He needs if he's reading the room, if he's watching the games as he, he is, then, well, hey, maybe you need to call a team meeting. But who am I to say that needs to happen? I don't know, man. We could all sit there and say they need to call one. Does it mean anything? Does it mean that you get results? No, it doesn't. Hey, we got a $10 one from DL Maida. What's up? Buying this because Fuji is stealing my donating. Hey, thanks, DL. Appreciate that, man. Good sport. I love it. Nice. Fuji, shots have been fired, man.
Let the competition begin. Let it roll. We love the competition.
Yeah, we ain't complaining. Oh, there he is. Your move. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Thanks, DL. Appreciate that. Oh, well. Crap.
You know what, Eric? And I know there have been a lot of what we call or what we've been led to believe are positives. You know, you've been very high on the bullpen. But think about it, Eric. How many freaking closers have we had in the first 3 months of the season? And I asked you a while ago, you didn't use the term, what was it? Not a committee, or have we got a
closer by committee?
Dude, nothing on this team it's like there's no position that has severe, like, depth. Even the bad teams, Eric. You got bad teams, and their closers are freaking closer. And they got a good one. And in the ninth inning, he's your closer. Well, I don't know who the hell's in what order, coming in what day. I don't know.
Well, I think it's there. Probably
your old buddy Walker.
No. Doval's your closer. Tyler is your eighth inning guy. And Rodriguez is your seventh inning guy. That is your quote unquote A team when it comes to the bullpen. When you go to your B team, now you're talking about Walker and Lucchesi and who else is out there?
Joey who?
Who else is out there? Who am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody. Eric Miller to a certain extent. He's kind of your B plus, I guess you want to say. But Midlab. Thank you, Midlab. Donates $5. Hey guys, please smash that like and subscribe. Yes, that would be awesome. Again, guys,
it's often overused, though. Don't smash anything. Just gently click the button.
Just hit the button. Again, leave a comment. Once the live stream is over, make a comment, and then we try to respond when we can. And but yeah, if you're chatting, that means you've subscribed, which is good on you. Hey, we love the interaction with the chat, guys. It's fun. It's good stuff. I love the back and forth.
Greg brings up an age-old nightly question on this show. Eric, is this a playoff team?
Ooh, good question.
The age-old nightly question. Is this a playoff team? And I kept Eric, was I not the lone man on an island by myself on a boat? I kept saying no. 500 team.
Hold on. Let me get to these. These are great.
Fast and Furious. We can't even have a conversation.
DL goes $1.99. He goes, Midlab, this isn't your fight. I love it. Fuji comes in. He responds with $5. He goes, I surrender to DL. What are terms of surrender? He's suing for peace. Fuji, you're suing for peace, and there hasn't even been a war fight yet. My God. He goes,
he wants us to go to the squares and who's going to pay the most for the squares tonight? And Jesus, Eric, Jesus is actually the only guy. He wants to talk ball. Send down Wisely, bring up Meckler to play second in the
Hold on. Let me finish. I haven't finished. He goes, I can't get into a bidding war with DL, a.k.a. the Dodgers. How are the squares? Fuji, you guys nicely played. You guys are freaking bringing it tonight. That's awesome. Love it. And then, yes, Jesus, thank you again for the $5, sir. Send down Wisely, bring up Meckler, play second in outfield. Maybe that may be the move.
Hey, Addy. Addy's here. Haven't seen much of Addy.
What's up, buddy?
Good news when he arrives. It's a wild show tonight, Addy. You're missing out. Another one, Eric. All kidding aside with Devers, one of Drew Ellis or Devin Mann better be ready to hop a red eye to Phoenix. Oh, God help us.
I have no idea who those guys are.
Meckler.
Hey, Ibrahim, you guys put in more effort and time into the post game than the hitters do in the batting cage in their at-bats.
That might be true, Eric.
Ibrahim.
Eric, Abraham's calling a spade a spade.
That's a fire. That's the shots fired. Shots have been fired, man. No one is safe.
I think we do a better job in the morning show on the radio, Eric. You know the good news? We don't have to get up at like 5 a.m. That's good.
No.
This is great. It's great. Like I said,
it's
earlier tonight, I said they
not
got
good for the ticker. Not good for
the Giants post-game show on YouTube over on KMBR. 85 viewers. We're up to right now 213, Eric.
Not too bad, no. Not too
You
bad.
know why I think we get the steady following we do? You know why? Because unlike radio, Eric and I, we just fucking tell you the way it is.
Yeah, we try.
Call a spade a spade.
Hey, look, and I'm not always right, and I'm fine to say that. Just like with Verlander, I thought he was going to get torched. He did okay. Wasn't lights out, but he was okay. DL with the $5. He goes, bold of you to assume that I have a budget like the Dodgers. I'm on a Rockies budget. Pretty good. Chris Dodar, Eric is animated lately. That means the team is totally toast. You might be on this, Chris. You might be onto something, my friend. You might just be onto something.
Eddie says it wasn't anything personal. I needed a break from anything Giants. Otherwise, I might start losing in life. We appreciate when you are here, though.
Matt Morris, on a positive note, the month of June is over.
Oh, don't start that. Well, Eric. So, wait a sec, Eric. Does that mean tomorrow? Oh, my God. Look out tomorrow.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
No, yeah. Hold on. We turned it. Remember, did this back in the offseason. Remember? July 1st. Breathe in through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth.
Hey, is Dan watching tonight? I wonder if Dan joined us yet.
We're going to be fine.
He might still be.
He might be on with still.
I thought they were finished because look at our numbers. They spiked. I figure everybody's just geared up. Because Dan said I'd win fantasy only 1 month. And then he said, no, you won't win 2. And I won 2. And then he said, oh, you won't win 3. And I won 3. I'm getting all the hardware, Eric. I'm going to bring all my trophies and set them here on game nights.
But are you going to win the trophy that matters?
Who gives a shit? I got 3 trophies already. I'm going to go buy my own trophy, and they'll say,
come on.
June,
come on. I could go buy a trophy and say I was freaking the 5th for 3 months.
Dude, you know how long I've played fantasy ball, and I don't win first. So I passed Robbie. Robbie, I tried to make a trade with him again. Robbie won't trade. I offered him. Dude, I'll tell you off air what I offered him. I offered him the house for one player. I wanted Mike Trout. I need a home run hitter. I offered him Tyler Rogers. I offered him, what's his name there? Dominguez from the Yankees. I offered him Eldridge. I offered him Clase. So there's 2 relievers. And Rogers plays steady. Game on, game off. Game on. And Class A is an ace closer. Anyway, he goes, no, won't trade.
Hey.
He goes, I'm only 1,400 points behind you. I feel a big month coming, just like the Giants. Just like the Giants.
Fuji, donates $2. How he goes, ha! I'm operating on a John Fisher budget. Nice.
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah, the scary thing, though, is the Sacramento A's are winning just as much or more than the San Francisco Giants are on their budget. Hello.
Rob Iman with $6. That may only mean 1 month closer to Niner football at this rate. Lee is down to 240. Stop banging your head on the wall.
What the hell are we doing? Are we auctioning off the chat tonight? Do I hear 7?
Oh, hey. I haven't seen him here before. Masubi Filter. Haven't seen you in the chat before, my friend. Welcome to the fraternity we call Giants Sports Talk Live. What happens first? I mentioned this earlier in the show. A Ray trade, Melvin fired, or Verlander first win. I did not add the Verlander first win, but I did say what happens first. Ray to get traded or Melvin to get fired? Ooh.
I say Verlander first win, obviously.
Yeah, we'll say Verlander first win. You threw
that
one
in
there. That makes it, that one you made it pretty. If you kept it at just Ray and Melvin, that would have been a lot more difficult to decide.
Yeah, I'd go get the coin.
You threw, hey, Masubi, you threw us a bone, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, we could have flipped a Kern, but no.
Oh, by the way, guys, for those of you who don't know, tomorrow, July 1st, is a significant date in U.S. history.
In Canadian, tomorrow's Canada Day. Blue Jays wearing the red uniforms tomorrow.
I tell you what, well, in the good old U.S. of A., tomorrow will be day one in the Battle of Gettysburg.
That's right.
Huge moment in Civil War history.
Eric, I was reading my Civil War book today, buddy. Look at that.
See, you must have gotten wind.
For a Canadian, dude, I got my finger on the pulse of just about everything.
Nice.
And I've been telling
all
you,
right, man.
April, we're a 500 team, and it's gonna just like predicting. I tell you, Eric Kreskin, I should be charging $5 at the door with a big crystal ball right here in front of the computer.
Nice. All right, I'm ready to get the hell out of here.
I told you we're going to start doing more shows over at Oracle Park. At this rate, do we really need to? Fuck. We better start winning before we do that. I don't want to do it until we win.
All right, guys. It was fun. Tomorrow. Wait. Who's going tomorrow?
Was it? Tomorrow, just a sec. Tomorrow, I got it here. So tomorrow. Tomorrow. It doesn't on mine anyway. You guys are going to have to help us. Mine doesn't give starting pitchers. Giants 45-40, 5 games.
Hayden Birdsong.
And the D-backs 42-42. Which, when you think of it, dude, everybody was shitting on the D-backs. No chance. They're only 3 games behind us in the win column.
So Birdsong versus Gallen tomorrow.
Who's that? Gallen can't be easy against the Giants.
He sucks. He's got almost a 6 ERA.
I know, but that's what I get. Eric, let's start again. Take 2. Zach Gallen, he can't be. He won't be easy against the Giants. He'll have a career day tomorrow.
I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If they lose tomorrow.
Oh, you said that yesterday.
No, listen to me. If they lose tomorrow, I cannot be held responsible.
If they lose tomorrow, Eric is going to
be
do a show with
responsible.
Yeah.
I cannot be held responsible for what will be flying out of my mouth.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to sit back. Those are the days
like to
sit back and let it roll.
All right, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow night, right around the same time, 9:30ish, and we'll do it all over again. Giants, focus. Played some runs. All right, Glenn.
Eric, are you up for it? You know what? Things are really at a cross. You said it earlier in the show. Things are really at a crossroads right now. They really are. Tomorrow's July 1st. We're at a crossroads. I don't know if you're up for it. Want to do a 20-minute pregame show tomorrow night? We got to look at that lineup heading into the game.
I am not.
Okay, I might do it. I might do it, guys.
Go
I might
for
get on here and rant. If it's the lineup heading into tomorrow night is a shit show, I'll be here.
And it might be because we don't know what's going to go on with costs. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. All right, guys.
Well, unless I do a show, Bernice has me doing like washing the bathtub and doing the laundry. I'd rather do a show.
There you go. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Guys, enjoy the rest of your Monday night, and we will be back here tomorrow. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.